Welcome to yet another episode of the Arabian Focus. Today we have an influential personality and a young entrepreneur, Abdulla Hamad bin Sougat. He's the managing director of the bin Sougat Group and also the son of a very famous poet and the chairman of bin Sougat Group, Sheikh Hamad bin Sougat. Welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you. Welcome.
Now you're a successful businessman, sir. So how big has your father's inspiration contributed towards your success?
I would consider myself as a starting an entrepreneur businessman. My father had a lot of influence myself. From the beginning, his guidance, direction, and advice was very important to be part of my grooming, to be actually where I am today. Honesty and being a humble person is what we actually aim for, to be a successful person. Transparency is a very important element as well. I think he added a lot in my life. His guidance and his encouragement as well was part of and the main elements of grooming my business life.
It is said that the employees are the pillars of a business. How important are the employees to your success?
I think without them, there won't be any success, because a person without his team can't be successful. At the end of the day, the employees, they actually manage and execute the work. However, the directors or the owners of the business, they direct the work. So it is very important to have good employees, dedicated employees, and to retain your employees is a very important element. Has to be part of also any group or any business.
So how do you think the market will perform in the coming years, especially since the Expo 2020 is coming up?
If anybody can give me a prediction, I'll pay him double what he's earning at the moment. I think you cannot predict really the future. What we can say is that based on history, life has a cycle. It goes up and down. And I think we should focus on what we good at. And at the end of the day, concentrate on the businesses that we can add value to. To us, I think in Dubai, it's very important that success was a very good attraction to the world. Dubai has been very successful in introducing new projects to the world. The economy going through its cycles at the moment. I wouldn't say that it is downturns, but it's like more of a psychological effect that's surrounding the world. So I think at the moment we're more into a very steady and calm market, but yet the good things yet to come. So we think positive always about the future.
That's great. So as an economical and financial hub, what's your vision on Dubai?
I think Dubai played a very important role in being a very successful platform for investors from all over the world, being in the financial sectors or the real estate market, the retail market. Dubai has been the pioneer in setting up a very excellent benchmark to the world. People used to look at New York, London, Tokyo, Singapore, and Dubai is on the radar already. Dubai had really added value into the economy of the world, and I think it has always been a very successful model, and it showed the world that we just don't talk, but we actually walk the talk. So I think we've been very successful in doing that. Of course, with the leadership of His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid, who really added a lot of influence, not only in the region or in Dubai in particular, but to the whole entire world. He set the standards. Whatever he does, he makes sure that it actually becomes the number one, and he's very dedicated to his country and to the work, and I think he's a leader that we look up to as a role model. So I think with him, we've been very grateful and very successful as well.
People define success in different ways. When did you consider yourself as a successful person?
I still do not consider myself as a successful person. I consider myself as still in the learning curve. I think success is always to reach your satisfaction. once you're satisfied with your achievements, with your work, with yourself, then you become a successful person. I don't think success has a really a definite definition. Success to me is being satisfied of what you have achieved. So once I'm satisfied with what I have achieved, then probably I consider myself successful. But however, in my personal life, I'm successful. In my work life, yet to be successful, inshallah.
One of the landmark mall of Dubai has been the Bin Sougat Center. So what's your future development? Will we have more malls like this?
Okay, thank you for considering Bin Sougat Center to be a
Yeah,
landmark.
we've always been there.
We actually, the element of Bin Sougat Center being established in Rashidiyya, you have to understand the demographic of Rashidiyya. Rashidiyya is a very high residential area, used to be for the locals. So the concept behind it was to create a center where it serves the community. So we don't consider ourselves to be a shopping mall, we consider ourselves to be a community center that serves the community, different aspects, different age group. We've, I think, created a sort of a different within the market segments. We don't compete with other shopping malls, we actually add value to the community. So if you are part of the community that's looking for a need or a necessity, then Sougat Center is the place to visit. But it's not really more of an entertainment center that when you come and you just come for a visit and just walk around, because there are not a lot of elements to be shown, such as the Dubai Mall or the biggest attraction malls that they have an attraction. Bin Sougat Center, its attraction in the services that it gives. As far as future development, as you know, part of our group and main business is the hardcore real estate business. So we're looking into developing our own real estate projects at the moment. We're looking into commercial projects, we're looking into residential project as well. But as far as the retail project, we're not really considering another expansion. Yet Bin Sougat Center, we just handed over the new extension of Bin Sougat, where we've been very successful in attracting good brands and creating a different tenant mix to the center.
Okay, so you've been a frequent visitor in India. How do you feel about the Indians and India?
Well, we go way back with the Indians for a very long time. I've been a frequent visitor to India since my childhood. We're partners with a couple of Indian groups, and it has been very successful. I believe the first trading between the region and the UAE in particular, and Dubai especially, was first with India. So the traders have been really in communication for such a long time, and there has been a lot of exchange. But personally, I think India have evolved in the last years. It had really changed the whole entire perception of Indians around the world. They've been very successful into a lot of sectors in the market. And I think you can see it from, at least I would see it from my point of view, is that now if I travel from Dubai to Mumbai, for example, or to Bangalore, the airport have changed. That's also a welcoming part. The mentality of the immigration and receiving the people have changed as well. It is very important that we keep in mind the first point of any country is the starting of the airport. So once that becomes a welcoming environment, at least the rest of the country will become. So it evolves around the way. The infrastructure have changed, the mentality of the people have changed. It is, I think, a good point that it has been introduced to the world. We wish them all the best, and I think as the young generation is taking over, things will really evolve a lot in India, being in different sectors of the market. So I won't be the right person to judge, but at the end of the day, I think their future and their past speaks for themselves.
That's really nice.
So wish them the good of luck.
Okay, so lastly, what's your piece of advice to all the young entrepreneurs out there?
The main advice is to focus on what they like, and as they always say, you like what you do and you do what you like. If you feel waking up in the morning looking up into something that you really extremely like, then you'll be very successful into it. Otherwise, if you're really thinking when you wake up in the morning and thinking going to somewhere that you don't belong to, I think you change places. Think always that success is built within your satisfaction. Be focused and make sure that you set your goals ahead of time.
Thank you so much, sir. You've been an inspiration to all the new generation.
Thank you. Thank you very much for coming here. Thank you for this
It
interview.
was an honor to have you on the show.
Thank you very much. Thank you.